Good morning. Welcome to another Feed Me Friday. I actually don't know why I'm putting them on here. They have to go straight in the pan. A couple of them are frozen. Yes, I'm eating something different this morning. My mom asked me last week if I could get some breakfast sausage. And every store that I went to, all of the sausage had bad ingredients. And I mean, it's sad. It's like, how much do I have to pay to get good ingredients? And I mean, I know I could have probably gone to like a Whole Foods or something like that, but I didn't. So, anyway, I decided to try my hand, make my own. Got some ground pork, and I went to about 5 different recipes to see how other people did it, and that was how I made mine. So it's okay. I would say it's pretty good, but it's not like what you get. So the recipe needs tweaking. My husband said it was great. So I'm like, that's pretty incredible to me because he's so picky. There's things that I will make that I'll think, oh, he's definitely going to like this. And then he tries it and he's like, nah. And then I'm like, there's other things where I'm like, where I am like, this is only okay. And then he'll try it and he's like, this is really good. I'm like, we've only been married for, oh my goodness, how long has it been? This will be 25 years. 25 years of being married. And I still struggle to know what he likes. I'm really excited. Oh my goodness, it made me want to cry last night. I haven't been able to go play table tennis in about 2 weeks. I have beta thalassemia. It's a form of anemia, and I've had it. I mean, obviously, it's the kind of thing where it's a blood disorder, so I've had it my whole life. I wasn't diagnosed until I was in my 20s, and that was only because I'd had with my first pregnancy, I was told that I needed to take iron because I was borderline anemic. I've been told that forever. You're borderline anemic. So, okay, I started taking iron and I ended up having a miscarriage. And when I got pregnant again, I went to the doctor and they're like, oh, you're borderline anemic. We need to get you on some iron. I'm like, hang on a second. I've been taking iron for a year now. Shouldn't it be showing some results? Shouldn't there be something that we can see from that? And they're like, okay, huh. So they had me get labs drawn, sent me to a hematologist. All she did was look at a book and say, oh, you've got thalassemia. Oh, okay. What does that mean? Now, my mom has it too, and they didn't do anything for her, so I assumed, I knew what was coming. It wasn't going to be anything for me either. But anyway, I'm going to go get coffee, and then I'll be back and finish telling you about it. This is cinnamon roll coffee. Got a tablespoon of butter, scoop of collagen, a couple dashes of salt, and 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. I started adding heavy cream in again because I don't know what happened. My taste buds have been so weird in the last 2 weeks that the coffee is just way too strong and I can't drink it like I was. I don't know what happened. But anyway, so back to the story. Internet wasn't what it is now. If I tried to look up what beta thalassemia was, all I would get was that it just basically made you tired. The thing is, your body breaks down the blood cells faster than they can be made. Plus, the cells are misshapen. So whereas they should be like a bowl to kind of like carry everything around the body, they're kind of flatter, more like a plate. So it was funny because when I was diagnosed and I read that the number one issue was that it made you tired. Here my brother was teasing me. He's like, oh, remember how you used to say that you needed at least 9 to 10 hours of sleep at night? He's like, oh, ha, ha. That was so funny that you used to say that. And I said, well, it's actually true. I said, I have this blood disorder that makes me very tired. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. So I finally had an excuse for being tired. And my mom was saying, too, how, that was always her issue, that she was born tired. So anyway, that was the only problem I ever had. until 2014. I started having these weird rounds of weakness, always around my cycle, where I would get weak, dizzy. The worst of it, I ended up in the hospital, and they gave me a blood transfusion because my hemoglobin had dropped. So after the blood transfusion, I did start to feel a little bit better, but then it went right back to rounds of weakness. And for the next 5 years, I had bouts of, I would be weak for like 1 to 3 days. And I never knew what the severity was going to be like. Hang on, I want to weigh this real quick and see how much it is. Don't leave the fat behind. That's 116 grams. Anyway, I never knew how severe it was going to be. Sometimes I would just be slow. Other times I'd be stuck in bed because I couldn't hardly move. So when I started keto, oh my word, it disappeared for a year and a half. Did not have any problems for a year and a half. I was thrilled. And then it just kind of came out of the blue, came back. And I had like 4 rounds, and then it disappeared again, and then it came back again. And now it's like back and forth. So for instance, last month, my last cycle, I didn't have any problems. Cycle before that, I was coming off the stomach flu and I was extremely weak. So I was stuck in bed, but I would imagine that was definitely linked to the stomach flu too. So this month, I have like 2 levels of it. It's kind of weird. So I call the first level like it's auxiliary power mode, where the lights are still on, I'm moving and stuff, but I get like this weird muscle strain. So that's one level, but I could still get everything done that I need to. I just can't exercise. So I had to skip table tennis because of that. And then the next level is where I am very, very slow. Thankfully, it's not as bad as it used to be, where I was stuck in bed for several days. Now, I mean, because it would be that even sitting was too hard. Holding my phone was too hard. Now, I do get holding the phone issues sometimes now, but thankfully, it doesn't last very long. Do the doctors know why? No. Can they do anything? No. I mean, I know I've been to the doctors about it, and there's nothing really they could do. So my goal is always just get plenty of meat in. I do supplement with B complex, and that never helped in the past. I've been doing that for years now. But I think the B complex plus the meat, I think that definitely helps. But anyway, I wish I could talk to there are other thalassemia patients out there, and there's like forums and stuff, but no one seems to go through the same thing that I am. So I don't know. It's weird. So anyway, that's it for now. We'll talk later. So yeah, this was an experiment. I was trying to make mozzarella sticks, but I now see why the recipe is for pre-shredded mozzarella cheese. You cannot use stuff you shred yourself. So, I mean, yeah, the biscuits are so flat. I'm sure they'll still taste good, but wow. Yeah, just kind of melts into a puddle. That was fun. Glorious cheese. Yeah, let's see what that tastes like. It tastes like cheesy bread. Nothing about that one. Well, my coffee's brewing. I was going to show you guys some of our flavored coffee. Someone was asking me if I get like different brands and stuff, and it's like we'll get like what do you call it? A variety pack, and get a bunch of different flavors. This is a brand I'll buy specifically just their coffee. I mean, I'll buy that brand of coffee, but other ones it comes in variety packs. But this is one of my favorites, chocolate peanut butter by Girl Scouts. Now, that's another chocolate peanut butter, and it's good, but oh my word, the indigestion I get from that one. Actually, all of these are going to my sister-in-law's because they all give me indigestion, and she seems like she's okay with it. If it's anything that's like berry or pumpkin spice, which I love them, they taste great, but I just can't drink them. And actually, these 2 rows are all regular. I'll show you. Decaf is kind of the same, which I don't often drink the decaf. Regular coffee doesn't bother me. I could drink it all day long. It doesn't bother me. The decaf, though, actually has started giving me indigestion, and it doesn't taste quite right, so I stopped drinking decaf. But my mom still does. And here's the tea that's been here for like 4 years. We never use it. But I also have regular grounds. This decaf I will use because it actually tastes really, really good. This one, it says chocolate, but it's chocolate caramel. And then I've got caramel cream. Says cheesecake, does not taste like cheesecake. This is actually just incredibly strong coffee, and I say that for my mom because she likes the kind that melts your face. And then chocolate covered strawberry, which is what I'm having right now. And then my very favorite flavor is Moravian sugar cookie. So yeah, and then I keep my collagen up there too. And there's lunch. Chocolate strawberry coffee, or chocolate covered strawberry coffee. Chocolate covered strawberry coffee. My word, how many times I got to say that? Anyway, tablespoon of butter, scoop of collagen, and 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, plus a couple dashes of salt. And then here's some chicken nuggets. I'll put the link for the recipe down below. I don't like reheating these in the microwave. I don't know. I like them to be re-crisped. So I'll throw them in a pan with a little bit of butter and heat them up that way. I think I might get some Dijon mustard to go along with this. Oh, full disclosure, I had a couple bites of bacon also, and I think that's it. Not even a full slice. It's just like, the little tiny crispy bits that are just like begging to be eaten. So it's like, you got them sitting there on the paper towel, and where's that crispy bit gonna go? So, someone's got to eat it. I'll sacrifice myself for that. Actually, I went for a mix of mayonnaise and Dijon mustard. This is the kind of mayonnaise I like to use because the ingredients are pretty simple. So I actually have to get this at Walmart. I know there's a lot of avocado oil mayonnaises out there that have the different kinds of oils in it, but this just has avocado oil.
Goodness, the garbage music has stopped.
I can't believe you don't like that song. It's so good. Something wrong with you. Anyway, here is my dinner. This is a cheeseburger with Gouda cheese and some egg salad that my mom made. She uses the same kind of mayonnaise I do and just plain old mustard. And I put some hot sauce on top. I like Texas Pete hot sauce. It's mostly clean. Let's see. It's got xanthan gum. That last thing, sodium benzoate. I don't know what that is, but it's the cleanest, one of the cleanest ones out there. I should keep looking though. And I've got my cup of coffee. This is cinnamon sugar donut coffee. It does not have any sugar in it. It's just flavored like that. It's a tablespoon of butter, soup of collagen, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and 2 dashes of salt. It's about 7 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to have anything else today. I haven't even finished my cup of coffee from earlier. My dinner was just so filling. So if I do have anything, it's just going to be finishing that cup of coffee. So I'm going to end here, and then I'm going to film tomorrow's meals too, just so you guys have 2 days in a row of ideas. Today was pretty simple, and you know what? The thing is, it's my middle daughter's week for cooking. We all cycle through and take turns, and when it's her week, she will plan carby meals. So she's got pizza pasta, she's got regular pizza, pasta with pine nut sauce, and I don't remember what the last thing is. But it's funny because it's like she's the one who always plans on having the carbs. Next week is my youngest daughter. She's still sick though and stuck in bed. So she plans the meals and writes up the grocery list, and then I'll cook for her. And she usually plans a lot of chicken meals because she loves chicken. So it'll be interesting to see what she decides. It's tough for her because she's got ideas that she wants to try, but she's a good cook. She's like, I would tell you what to do. She's like, I just feel like you won't do it the same way I would want to do it if I was standing there at the stove. So we're still sorting that one out. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. I am so hungry today. I ended up sleeping in this morning, and it's after 8 o'clock. So normally then I would eat, but yeah, let's go. I was going to tell you guys something, two things this morning. Number one, I was thinking about this as I was going to sleep last night. I'm like, I got to share this with them. So, first is I was thinking about how, you know what, help if I turn my scale on. All right, there we go. Now we can go. I was thinking about how I make certain things because I get ideas from other foods from the past. So, like, for instance, I used to make this potato salad that my husband really liked. It was, I don't know. See, whenever someone says Southern, that's such a wide range of area in America. So it's like what some people will eat in one area of the South, other people in the South in another area will have no idea what they're talking about. Like, I remember when I first heard about chocolate gravy and biscuits, and they're like, "Oh, I'm from the South and I ate this all the time," and I'm like, "My family's from the South too, and I have never heard of this." I was asking my mom about it, and she'd never heard of it either. It's delicious, by the way, but off topic. Anyway, so um, so when I say, I come from the South and this is something that we ate, and because we're from the South, just know that you may have never heard of it, even though you're from the South. So anyway, um, I have to cut off that connective tissue. Ugh, I can't. Ugh, trying to eat that's terrible. Anyway, it's this potato salad that has mayonnaise and mustard. Um, I've never been a fan of the only mayonnaise types of potato salad. So, actually, I'm giving myself a lot of meat here. It's funny because you look at it, it's such a small pile, but it's like I'm thinking this plus the egg is. I wonder if I'm going to be able to eat lunch. It was my dad's favorite potato salad, and then it turns out my husband loves it too. But he's the only one that would be eating it if I made it because my kids don't like it. Me and my mom can't have it. So, he's like, well, don't make it just for me. Don't make this big batch just for me. So I was thinking the one day, I'm like, well, why can't I use chicken in place of that? And I mean, I'm not saying that chicken tastes like potatoes, but there's a certain flavor combination that you're looking for. And if you use chicken, I think you can get kind of close. So I made it the one day, and oh my word, it was so good. And he loved it. That's now on my list of things that husband likes, so I will make it for him. Go get coffee. So this was toasted marshmallow mocha. Tablespoon of butter, scoop of collagen, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and a couple dashes of salt. So back to the idea, using chicken. I started to wonder what else could I use chicken for, and I had this idea about stir fry. Like stir fried rice. I'm not a fan of like the riced cauliflower. I know the Keto Twins, they have a really good recipe for it where you basically kind of dry it out completely and then you add your seasonings. But the one day I got a pound of ground chicken and I added everything to it that I normally would for a stir fry. So like all the seasonings, the onions, the garlic, some shredded carrot and stuff like that. And oh my word, it was so good. I'm like, okay. So chicken is so, especially chicken breast, it's so bland that you could make almost anything with it. So I mean, like my one daughter loves baked potato soup. Actually, all my kids like it. But I was like, well, I want to have it too, but I don't want to have the baked potato. So what I do instead is I'll saute some chicken and I'll bake some potatoes. And when it's time, like I'll make the entire soup the way I normally would. And then at the end, I'll remove some of the broth for myself and I'll throw my chicken in. And now I've got like, I don't know, it's like chicken. It's not baked potato. Obviously, it doesn't have any baked potatoes in it, but it's so good. It's this delicious, creamy chicken soup. So, yeah, I'm like, I love that chicken is so versatile that you can do so many different things with it. And it definitely opens up a range of recipes that would otherwise be shut off to us because we're trying to avoid the carbs. One of the other things that I like to do is I'll get this cheese called paneer. And it's a cheese, it doesn't really have a whole lot of flavor by itself. It just tastes like, to me, it tastes like whole milk. So it's not like salty. It doesn't have any tang or anything to it, but it also doesn't melt. So you add it to anything that's saucy and it'll take on some of the flavor. It'll soften up some. Oh my goodness, it's so good. So, I mean, I'll add it to curries, I'll add it to soups. I'll add it, like if I make some pasta sauce, so meat sauce, right, that you would normally have over pasta. Well, I'm not going to have it over pasta, but I'll throw some paneer in there, and it gives that extra flavor that you would be looking for if you were having pasta. So anyway, I hope that gives you guys some ideas. Let me know in the comments if there's workarounds that you guys have found. Like, you got rid of the carbs, but I still love this meal. How do I make it without the carbs? And I think that's also one of the keys to having such good success on this diet, because I never had that mentality of, I'm so deprived I don't get to have this meal anymore. It's like, no, I want to have that meal still, but without the carbs. How do I fix it? So anyway, my breakfast is ready. I'm going to go eat. In case anyone was wondering, it's 110 grams altogether. So it was about 70 grams with the steak and the butter and the fat, and then about 60 grams for the eggs, and then of course some of the liquid just cooks out. But yeah, that'll be my breakfast. These are meatloaf meatballs that I chopped up and fried with a teeny tiny bit of butter, but they already had like a bunch of fat on them still from when I cooked them the first time around. And this is some spicy mayonnaise. It's just the avocado oil mayonnaise. And then I added a few dashes of buffalo sauce, which is actually the one brand that I get is like the cleanest version. Hang on, I'll show you. This here, Frank's Red Hot Original. There are no preservatives in this whatsoever, which is great. And then also my cup of coffee, same accompaniments as always. I think this flavor was butter crunch, but I don't remember. I'm thinking that's what it was. Dinner is paprika chicken. The recipe is coming. And my last cup of coffee for today, Moravian sugar cookie. What a great way to end the day. Same as everything that I put in there. I put all the same stuff in there. I am going to start trying to cut down on my heavy cream again. I mean, 2 tablespoons isn't a whole lot, but I'd like to get back to just having butter. So let's see if I can start that back up again. It's still a little early, but I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I don't think I'm going to have anything else to eat today. Besides, I've got company coming around 6 o'clock, and we're going to be going over some things, and I don't know how long that's going to take. If I do have something else, it'll just be like some cheese. So I just want to say I hope that this helps give you some ideas of some clean things that you can eat over the course of the month. The recipe for the paprika chicken won't be out until next month. Sorry about that. But I mean, you could look it up online. It's for free out there somewhere. So that just sounded weird. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and listening and coming along for the ride, those who are doing the Clean Eating Challenge with me. I really appreciate it because I feel like it's going to help me stay more accountable this month. And let me know how you guys are doing throughout the month too. Let me know what you guys are eating. I'm interested too. I need ideas too. So anyway, thanks again. And I hope you guys have a great month.